This is the TTArtisan 27mm F2.8, and this is a limited edition lens. Personally, I love whenever there's a chance for my cameras to have a little bit of extra customization, a little bit of flair, to make them feel like they're mine and to make them feel like they're a little bit more fun. They don't all have to be sleek, black and unmarked. So when I saw this limited edition lens, I knew I had to have it. Now this is my first experience with TTArtisan lenses, but I must say I'm pretty impressed. It was a nice cheap lens and it's got me some quite nice images. The build quality is surprisingly good, it's all metal, and this thing is feather light. It's a hell of a looker, and I do actually still own the original version of this lens, the standard black edition. Now in terms of image quality, it's not the best lens. F2.8 isn't awful, but it's still not the fastest, and I would have preferred it to be a solid F2. Surprisingly, it does have a clicked aperture ring, and it comes in at around a third of the price of the Fujifilm 27mm F2.8. Now it's definitely not as good, it's not the sharpest lens I've got by quite a long way, and it does show some quite significant vignetting, especially at f2.8, but as an everyday carry lens, it's just a fun little thing to have around. The packaging for the limited edition version is a nice orange colour if you're into packaging at all, and it does come with a nice lens wrap. Now the lens itself comes with a nice little coloured lens hood, which is very tiny, and even though I don't like that it does add some external dimensions to it, it does add another additional contrast colour, which again I find quite appealing. And the included caps cover the front element and the back element, but the one for the back element actually includes a mount so that you can run a USB cable straight to your PC and do firmware updates that way. The same as the original version of this lens. But it's a nice addition which I wish more lens manufacturers would actually consider doing. And even though it is a third-party lens for the Fujifilm system, it also does have autofocus. Now the aperture ring on it is a little bit stiff, but at least it's a clicked aperture, unlike some of the more common clickless apertures that we're seeing in third-party lenses. And you can also manually focus this lens. Again, it's going to be fly-by-wire, so you're not going to have the best experience there, but it is doable. It's not the kind of lens I would really consider using for any professional work, but again, as a day-to-day lens, it's quite a fun thing to have, especially due to the size of it. Even compared to the Fujifilm 35 f1.4, which is quite a small lens, until you put the lens hood on, this is considerably smaller than that, even with its own lens hood on, and I would consider this a true Pancake lens. So, if you're interested in any other particular lenses on the Fujifilm system, let me know down in the comments and I'll see if I can get them in for a potential review. Okay, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to let me know down in the comments, I'd really appreciate that. See you next time.